right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get into it. Streaming again. I'm gonna get some music going here in a bit. All right, let's get music going. That is not music. Let's get some lo-fi going. Lo-fi was good. Lo-fi 24/7. Where is it? Probably too loud. All right. Mic's live relative hot. Checking. 1, 2. How's everything going, everyone? How's everything going for y'all? Good? Good. Let's get developing. So, between streams, I guess I worked a little bit on getting some new scripts going. I got some of the scheduler options working. So, all right. So, let me make sure this is actually showing up. Cool, it is. So, what we're doing is we're getting set up some testing and stuff of using what's called a library called lit.json. Lit.json is a fairly old, hasn't really been updated in a while, but it doesn't really have to be updated. But it's really good for pretty much elevates. Oh, but this it pretty much elevates JSON objects into a first class object. So it pretty much makes things dictionaries of dictionaries of dictionaries, like kind of like JSON does, and stores the values as corresponding JSON objects. So there's some stuff you have to do yourself. I think they have some runtime reflection stuff that you can use, but I mostly needed it just because I wanted to do stuff like this. So here are my debuggers. So this is a test of the scheduler. So when the scheduler gets, for instance, called, it goes in here and it invokes this returning true, because there could be exceptions that happen. I really need to wrap this in the try catch. That's what I'll do right now. I like to have results exception. Oh, it's because I got a using system. Yeah. Oh gosh. Alright. So now we have an exception. I'm going to return false. I'm also going to put a debug.log error ER. Okay. So when I finally start adding networking protocols like that and get a server going for users logging in and out, I will actually have a legit log here that happens as well. Alright. So, to walk you through this code, load spawn events gets called. I then load the asset, a try load? Curious about that. Resources dot try. I wish load returned a. I wish load returned a result. Not gonna lie. And then I loaded into the JSON thing, so I'm gonna actually loads up JSON definition. I'm using JSON because it's the easier way to get going. I have no idea who's watching me, but if you're watching me, hello, how's it going? I should really start tweeting these two. I don't know if I should build my fan base or not. I should probably log my Twitter sub too. On here. Boom, boom, boom. Share it to the bird app, please. Alright. Into a queue for consumption. Alright. So I need to break this into two IEnumerable references. So that way I can make it a little easier, I guess, to understand what's happening. I don't know how to put it. Pretty much I need to transform this into a for each loop, and then I need to do an enumerable through it. Alright. So this is a type of spawn event. Get spawn event. It's a JSON data spawn events. And then you go for each var and spawn events, because events is a keyword, and event is a keyword ever since about .NET 3.5 or 4.0, I can't remember. Just Google it. If E is JSON data and data. Copy this. Now this is actually bad mojo, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't want to do this. I want to return this thing. So Get rid of that. I call this data. I call this data. I call this data. This is all valid. So pretty much what I would type is I would type in yield return spawn event dot build, because I big fan of builder methods. Rust has kind of shown me the light on some coding concepts that I feel as if are like some others have been kind of left in the dust almost than it has. So and then I can comment this out, Control-C, and I can just literally say, I wonder if I can. If I can do this. Spawn events is equal to new queue of spawn event type get spawn events, and I pass in spawn events like this. I wonder if that'd be legit. See what's going on. Some action going on my Twitter. Am I YouTube famous yet? I don't know what's going on here. I mean, they're retweeting me, but nothing's really happening. Must be bots. That's fine. I don't know why I deleted that. Alright, let's test this out. Where is it? There it is. It's compiling. Oh, so let's see if how am I testing the scheduler? How am I testing this? I don't know what's going on. Okay, whatever. Like, what am I doing? Oh, that's right. That's how I was doing this. I was using debug. Alright. So it hits should. I have it. Am I just an idiot with someone that tested it? So we were running this. I thought I wrote a testing thing that would test. Oh, wait, we're test for the Bezier system right here. Okay, fine. We're just gonna make this a little test driven here. Tests C# script. Well, I'll figure out how to actually run unit tests in here in a bit, but these are just basically really simple, like one-off, like how the unit tests that kind of pound. These are like integration tests, really. Origin, Unity, events, end region, way to start. What am I doing? Good question, Batch. What are you doing? Public scheduler. type. Scheduler, if scheduler dot load level. So we're gonna load it. The type we're loading. We're going to do it with. Correctly, it's assets slash levels slash resources. Levels slash. No one cares about last tech tips. Slash. Test level. And you don't put the extension on there because they don't like the extension. Oh. Gosh. Log. Successful. Level. Load. Else. Log. Error. Failed to load. Level. Okay. So on there. Bing bang bizzle. Run. Failed to load level. That's what feels bad, man. Okay, well. Probably failed right here. I bet you that URI's wrong. Let's relook up how to do Unity asset loading. Unity 3D loading resources. Loading resources at runtime. No reps exception. Interesting. Line 28. Can I edit the string? Hello? Oh. Alright, let's attach to Unity and let's do this. Run, baby, run. Boom, bang, bizzle. Assets, features, levels, that's all. Looking good. Step into. Bang. No. URI. just like missing something? Oh, I am. Ow! It's not assets, it's... That's the URI. I need to get a new keyboard. What's up, Jacob? Alright. That's right, because I only have 2 right now in there. Alright, cool. Nice. So, the spawner works. Now let's edit the file. Let's get in here. I'm going to make an editor for this. I'm probably going to stream making the editor for this a little later. Because it... Oh man, I need to. Anyways, oh. Let's add a few more of these.
Why'd you go naked, bro? You said you can't kill scouts. But you can do offline mode, brother. Offline mode, you can go in with all the shit you want, you don't lose it. So,
Now we're gonna, after this, we're gonna actually implement a.
yes.
We're actually gonna implement the spawners at this point. So.
What's up? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it does sound better, actually. It sounds way better.
Make the interval a little bigger. I mean, 15. Right now it's time based, but I'm gonna for the time based stuff here, because to be honest, I don't really like it being time based. Alright. So we have the scheduler. Now we gotta go to the enemy spawner. Let's code this one up. So what's happening is that the spawner, the scheduler has a reference to all of the spawn events. And as the time happens, I start a timer, and when the timer clicks over, it clicks over to being a valid go, and then it goes ping, and then it starts the queue. So I pop the queue, I then hit the go, and then boom, it goes. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're going to start adding regions. Regions kind of help organize the code base a little bit. It's macro, only works in Visual Studio. I kind of wish other things had like auto collapsing things like regions. Regions are nice, especially when they're used correctly. It helps like organize code bases so much because you can just like say this chunk of code that is what it's for. This is our public fields. Pound region. I like to just go through. I need to make a template for this actually. Region, Unity, events, pound region, pound region, public methods, pound region, private methods, pound cool. Shut up, Malwarebytes. our public fields, because I'm lazy, I'm just use the Unity way. We're gonna have an object pool, and I can go over an object pool here in a bit, but pretty much what the pool, an object pool is it's a it requires component type of object pool. So alright. So alright, what we're gonna do is we're going to pool is equal to get component. Getting component is a pretty much goes into the object, and it tries to look, goes into the game object, answers the game object component tree, and it looks for the component type of object pool. This is expensive to do a lot. I try to front load this as much as possible. I front load the get components, and then I use an event bus or the Unity message system now to handle communication between objects after the fact. So we get component, object pool. So alright, so public methods. Pretty much it's gonna be public void start spawning or something, and it's gonna take a type of float interval, and then we're going to do something called, we're gonna use coroutines to do this. And region coroutines.
No. Well, you want another mag just in case you have to
Yep.
reload. No, you have one. It's in your rig.
So we're gonna do this. Start spawning.
So he'll reload with that mag.
Oh, this is. Alright, sorry guys. So what coroutines work is you have an I enumerator, and it pretty much iterates. I can get into I enumerators and enumerables all day, but enumerators are what's used in the boilerplate interfaces that C# uses. But it's called enumerator, and we're gonna call it spawn. Let's go play it private. Well, it's called spawn. Spawn enemies. And it's going to float interval as an argument, and then it's also going to take. It's going to take. Cool. So. Oh, it's gonna have. I need to get also pass an is needs an integer of type. I put my int in front for some reason. Int spawn count. Alright, so it's gonna need to take an integer spawn count too. I could probably just make this a message that handles this, but I'm pretty fond of this way of handling things. Let's look at my tend to my vanity a little bit. I have one viewer. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the following. So we're going to do for int I equals 0. I is less than spawn count. I plus plus. We're going to do yield return new wait for seconds interval. And this is how this works. So pretty much what happens is this is really what's called fake concurrency. What's happening is this IEnumerator this coroutine happens in a different like routine than the standard routine. So like Unity has like this whole cycle of things, and it handles coroutines in a certain place. I can bring up the chart actually if you guys really want to see it. All right.
Oh, good luck, bro.
Let me post this. All right, so so we're gonna call GameObject clone equals pool dot. Actually, we do this if pool dot get object out game object. Gosh, I can't remember how I did this. I think it was clone dot message.
I don't like the song at all.
Let's actually go backwards. Now, if I actually want to be really pedantic about this, I should actually use matrix math and extract the direct vector from it. That's actually the most reliable way of doing this. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to this dot transform dot matrix of the world, I think. I want local to world. Is the method? It's getter, okay. Our local mat equals this. Our goal mat equals goal dot local to world. And then what we do is we do our rel mat is equal to, I should probably write a function that does this for us, where you pass in two transforms and it returns a relative matrix out. Anyways, what this does is this also like counts for rotations and stuff like that too. So if you want to get all jiggy with it, but we just care about the vectors. So this is actually a little overkill. So let's just do the difference between the vectors. So our goal direction is equal to goal dot transform goal dot transform dot position minus this, which is a necessary keyword, but it helps keep makes things make more sense. Alright, that says where we're going. Let's look at the enemy controller, which I had somewhere up here. Thought I had it. Enemy spawner. I think it's called Agile Gun Pod. Enemy Agile linear motion. That is what, don't need that anymore. All right. So I need to do this, and then I call that for relinquish control. So where did it go? It's on there. It is. So first things first, we're going to activate it. So we have clone.setActive. True. We're going to send a message called set direction, and then we're going to pass in the argument of goal direction. Now what it's going to do is it's going to look for, this is actually probably very inefficient in terms of how it should happen. Set direction. Because what's actually doing is it's like going through the components, looking for a method called set direction, and then applying the arguments to it, and using runtime reflection to handle that, and that's not efficient. A better way to do it would be to actually have this thing store a method. Friend had his car battery died. He just want to hang out. He's not hang out. That's his personal stuff. That's fine. It's more time to do some Rust dev.
Raz, I want to see you run lives, man. I've never
Alright.
run lives.
And then we're going to clone.send message.
I mean, now I want to right now. Well, I'm about to go speedrun interchange so I get some GPUs. What do? Just try to rush and see if there's a Linux and green code? Yeah,
And then we're going to call this start in motion. I probably need to rename that, to be honest. It doesn't sound like a very good name. It's really just say start in motion. And does that. So now it's going to start shooting. So pew pew pew. So this works. This part doesn't work because it's not. Yeah, I need to pass in this on info. You guys almost let me have a freaking bug in my code. You guys are not very nice. Alright. go into auto shoot.
Don't want you back at Tarkov? No, why not? Because they want.
I legit have to call this stuff routine. I guess it uses routine time reflection, I guess, to call that. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to tell it to stop shooting. This is a event. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna just actually probably just do a generic C# tutorial. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do a C# tutorial that doesn't suck. Because to be honest, C# is a really boring programming language. Like, you talk about cool things, it's not cool. It's a very corporate language. It's designed for use in business applications and all this kind of other boring crap. You want to check out my stream, Jacob?
Tarkov.
Tarkoven? Making sick profit?
What?
So you making some sick profits?
I just got clapped by 2 pistol guys.
You're making them Bitcoin farms. You're making like 320k a day, so I want to hear it. Have you expanded your Bitcoin farm yet?
Yeah, it's 25 now. I
Gotta get more Bitcoins. Gotta get more graphics cards. You can actually afford to start buying like one a day now, pretty much. So you pretty much have a guaranteed source of like 3 to 4 graphics cards a day if you do your cards right. You build one, you find 2 to 3 a day, and then you buy one with the Bitcoin. That's like 4 a day on average. Sorry, I was going over some. Stop shooting. This is not a Unity event.
Right now, one bet on.
Cool. Okay. And then while I'm here, I'm going to check out health control. I need to reset their health on Death Invoke. And then I'm going to say, probably do it when I spawn them actually, as I could. Actually, no, this thing should handle its own reset. So we're gonna call a method. Oh, reset values, right there. Wow, I'm a genius. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's try it out. Let's just send it, see what happens. Oh, I should probably do the things I was supposed to do. Agile 1. Give it a...
Alt T.
And then here's the pool, and then... we're done. You know, so should spawn it. I actually need to go back into my scheduler. Get spawn infos. Region. Events. In region. Pound region. Load data for level, pound and region, and then region private fields, pound region. Alright, enumerator. To be honest, what I should do is I should have a thing that generates a static class that has a QA and I pass it into this as like a function. So that way it makes a lot more like coherent sense. Gosh, I should probably do this. I like to play this game called HQ Trivia. It's pretty fun, especially with your friends. Right now I'm gonna do this real quick for y'all. So Does it return something? Oh my gosh, I had to return something. Yield return null. Is that allowed? Can I do that? Yield return null? Will hit me if I do that? I don't like that. That's not good. Yield return new object equals return an object. I don't know if I like that. Oh, oh no, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Yield return, wait 4 seconds. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna do var spawn event equals spawn events dot pop deck deq spawn event dot interval. So what we do is say for each var spawner and spawn event dot spawners.
Mid-rate, dude. I'm going quick. I'm just trying to get you views.
What is this game object? It's a spawner. That's our spawning. Spawner dot spawn count. Spawner dot spawn rate. Cool. Alright, so now we gotta tell the thing to run level.
I mean, you can for like $500.
So, let's figure out how we're gonna do that. I think the easiest way to do that is to create a thing. We're gonna call this can I please see the instructor? Scheduler? What happened to it? Why? Hang on. Let me I gotta I mean, you must have bugged out right quick.
What's that? Yeah. I mean, I like it a lot. It's not fair. Not everybody wants to spend 140 bucks on it though. So I got it on sale, so I got it for like 120. I mean, I would try the game out first. That's what I did. And then I bought it later on when it was on sale.
kill thing here. If transform position, I think it's that stack method actually.
It's a lot different.
Distance between transform. What transform is a distance thing? Trans
Pretty much.
distance.
I would
Nope.
want to be more realistic than this.
This is bad. Don't do this. Can I send it multiple? Oh, yeah, sort of sounds like it's legal. Oh, I don't want to